Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your spirit guide's message on what you need to know right now. And to do this reading we are going to be picking 4 piles together. So for pile number 1, this is what we have. 2, ooh, that's a bit tricky. So 2, I feel this one as 3, and 4. Right, so let's see what we have for the 4 piles. For pile number 1, we have you who show the way. For pile number 2, we have the courage of your love. Pile number 3, we have the right choice. And pile number 4, we have the impossible made possible. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the amethyst turtle, and this is what it looks like. For pile number 2, we have the ocean Jasper moon, and this is what it looks like. Let me adjust that so you can see it better. There we go. For pile number 3, we have the blue Goldstone heart, and this is what it looks like. And for pile number 4, we have the clear quartz squirrel, and this is what it looks like. So take a look at which one of these 4 piles or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. And as I always mention, whether you're just drawn to one, several, or maybe all, trust your intuition, because your intuition is the magic that always leads you to the right reading. It is your magic, so trust it. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to the card picking and the shuffling process. So lovely to have you during that time. As I always mention, it's one of my very favorite times with you guys. I feel like we get to spend quality time, tranquil time, where we share our energies. Sometimes I share my thoughts with you, and sometimes it's just our energies that is connecting as we take a look at your piles. Also, I love that you are part of this process. I feel like it's really important that you watch your piles and share your energies as we're preparing for your piles. Okay, so before we begin, actually, let me introduce the decks to you. On the left are the oracle decks that we will be using for this reading, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using. Okay, I believe we're now ready, and let's now shuffle with intention. We kindly want to know, what are your spirit guides' messages on what you need to hear right now? Thank you. 1, Okay. There we go. Moving on to the next deck. What is your spirit guide's message on what you need to know right now? Okay. Right. Now we're on to our last oracle deck for this reading. So beautiful, the colors. Okay. What is, or what are your spirit guides' messages on what you need to know right now? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now with our tarot decks, we have 4 tarot decks, and we will be taking 2 cards out of each deck. So, we want to know your spirit guide's message on what you need to hear right now. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ooh, so we have a message for you watching this preparation process. We have the 2 of Wands represented as the 2 of Spells, and you have the 7 of Wands represented as the 7 of Spells. You know, right off the bat, for someone in specific, one person here, this looks like, you know, that measurement that they take to see, let me adjust that, yeah, to see whether they're pregnant or not. So for some of you, if you're looking forward to get pregnant, that could be an omen right there. But going back to the main reading here, with the 2 of Wands, as well as the 7 of Wands here with the dragon, I see your message is, with the, yeah, the little dragon, your message is, your spirit guides are telling you you're building so much new type of strength, where you're now displaying more power than perhaps people who used to intimidate you, the 7 of Wands, before. So your spirit guides are telling you you're, with the mini dragon, you're only going uphill into a huge dragon. And your spirit guides are telling you, don't underestimate your power. It's not just at an all-time high in comparison to what it was before, but the trajectory of that type of power that you have is only growing bigger. It's intimidating people or the people around you. And so with the 2 of Wands, you're given a message of, do you see this person may be picking between 2 wands? Don't settle. Don't settle. You can do so much better. That's the sort of message that I see here for you. And let's get back to your reading. Right, so we already have 2 piles for the first 2. What is your spirit guide's message? Ooh, okay. These are 3. Well, okay, so 2, and there's another message. So we have with the Hermit here, all cozied up, writing in their journal. I would say, take note of exactly what you want, building on the previous message, and stay alone. Meaning, maybe if with the don't settle, maybe don't get into something that you're not really sure about, or sign a deal with someone that you're not really sure about, and so on. Don't settle for something less. If it means you stay alone, be it, so be it, until you get what you want. Yeah, that's what I see here as a message for you specifically. Okay, wonder what this is about, but of course you always know your message from Spirit. Okay, so the last two cards, specifically from your spirit guides, since this is a reading about your spirit guides. Yeah, from your spirit guides. All right, so that was the first deck, was filled with jewels right off the bat. Let's move on to the next deck. And again, we will be picking 2 cards, thank you, for each of the 4 piles. I feel like the first ones are ready. And so we want to know, what is your spirit guide's message on what you need to hear right now? Thank you. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Moving on to the next deck. What do your spirit guides need you to hear right now? What are your spirit guides' message on what you need to hear right now? Ooh. So these are 2. Second pile is ready. 1 and 1. We need 3 more, please. Ooh, okay. 1, 2, and 3. All right, last but not least. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. It looks like also, see, if you're worried about settling, which we're building upon the messages here, you're getting something amazing right where you are. Do not settle, my dear soul family, for whatever reason. Fate is changing for your favor. Okay, so so do your best, seek, but do not settle as much as you can. Remember, it's all in your hands at the end of the day. If you feel like you don't resonate with something or you don't want to do something, it is always in your hands. Right. At the end of the day, this is a general reading. But if it resonates with you, this is definitely your message from your spirit guides. There we go. So 1 and 2. All right, so our 4 piles are now ready. Let's pick this one up. Oh, the other way around. Yeah. There we go. So, pile number 1 is now ready with the Amethyst turtle. There we go. Pile number 2. Is also ready. Oops. There we go. With the Ocean Jasper moon. Whoa, look at that. Doesn't it fit the painting with all the dots? What a coincidence. What a synchronicity, rather. Okay. So let's keep this here. And you know, with well, this is not a desert, it looks like water, but it kind of fits the turtle, doesn't it? Right. So, third pile. Is now ready. With the blue goldstone heart. I really feel that the 4 piles today are really magical. Looks like today is going to be a very special reading. And the 4th pile is also now ready with the clear quartz squirrel. All right, so I guess our 4 piles are ready. Thank you so much for sharing your energy and your time with me. It means a lot. I love your energy, and as I will always say, my biggest blessing is having beautiful souls like you around. Thank you. Love you very much. And let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Amethyst tortoise, as well as this really intriguing card here that says, "You who show the way." What a beautiful card. Okay, I will read the Rumi poem, the small Rumi poem that comes with this card for you. But first, let's check out the rest of your oracle cards and your tarot cards to see what your spirit guide's message is on what you need to hear right now. So you have, so you have power. That goes along beautifully with this card. You also have vast vistas. Expand your horizons. So we're taking a look at huge amounts here, which again goes with this card. You have the trout and lily of the valley. All right. Let's take a look at the rest of your tarot cards. So you have the 10 of Cups. Wow. Okay. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Loving your cards, pile number 1. You have the Hierophant. My goodness, this is, I mean, even the same colors with the yellow light on this figure. All right. You have the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. You have the 8 of Swords. The 9 of Wands. You have the 2 of Pentacles. And last but not least, you have, wow, the 10 of Wands. Okay, sorry about that, just had to have a quick look. I felt something, but wait, let's take a look at all of your cards together. So pile number 1, what I'm seeing in this amazing reading, framing these 4 cards here that speak of a certain situation that you may be going through at the moment. We see with the 8 of Swords in conjunction with the 9 of Wands, we see some sort of test. So with the Eight of Swords, you could be feeling tested, or that you're undergoing some challenging situation, that you are afraid or worried that you won't come out of feeling maybe victorious or going through it with success, yes. And so we see the type of energy here as something that's challenging or worrisome that will turn out to be not just successful, but will show you your power. Pile number 1. In fact, this is a test to push you to find who you really are. And so examples of these with the Eight of Swords here in conjunction with the Nine of Swords, this clearly shows us the idea of a test, such as maybe studying for a very challenging exam for maybe university and feeling like maybe you're not going to make it, or applying for college and it's a really scary process and going through all this paperwork and all the things that you need to do to apply, or going through a rough, tough interview where it's so scary that you're really reconsidering not going and just letting it go. Or that time when the trust between you and someone very close to you, a primary relationship where the trust has been breached, and now you got to have that tough conversation. We see all sorts of really challenging situations, and there are many, many, many examples where one finds themselves really stuck, challenged, afraid. One would feel that they may not be able to make it at all. In fact, at this point, we feel with the Eight of Swords that we won't be able to make it. And our minds exaggerate the circumstances. Not only so, the circumstances could be tough, but we undermine what we are made of completely. And not only until we go through this situation that is weighing down on our shoulders, and with the Ten of Wands feels so heavy that we'd rather drop everything and just not go through it, that we find ourselves bold and doing big things that we did not imagine we can do. And hence a star is born, and new strength is born. And born is something that I say very lightly. Yes, it is born, but rather you have reconnected with something so strong within you that you could have only found out about it by going through it anyway, despite the sort of challenges that you mentally had about it. To think positively, to think with strength, I'm going to handle this, I'm going to do this. And you have Medusa here with the Princess of Swords, showing, that you are so strong, in fact, that you can look at something and turn it into stone. That's how strong and bold your look could be in a situation where you thought you were powerless. Pile number 1. Speaking of power, this is one of your strongest message in today's reading. I have so much more. I'm going to surprise you here, but we really see your spirit guides telling you that in whichever situation that is challenging you at the moment, bringing a lot of worries, where you feel stuck and perhaps a lot of fears with the Nine of Wands here, you're scared. Your spirit guides are telling you, go through it with boldness and you will surprise yourself at how this is going to balance out, how you're going to find who you are. Do you see how this person is coming here with the Wheel of Fortune, crowning this person that didn't even ask for it? And so there's a new status to your power, to your rediscovered power, by going through this challenging, scary situation that you are worried about, my dear pile number 1. Yes, it's heavy, but it's only that you go through it that you will find the ultimate happiness on the other side. In fact, your spirit guides are telling you here with the trout and the lily of the valley a message of purification, a message of finding balance, your balance. Because in a stream where there is a lot of trout, it's a symbol, or not, it's not a symbol, it's an indication that there is a healthy ecosystem. And so also in the Victorian language of the lily of the valley, the lily of the valley is a symbol of happiness being brought back to you. So it might be some sort of scare or worry or a heavy feeling that you're going through at the moment, but you are being guided to be bold and to go through it. And you will find so much strength on the other side. Now, the question here is, why are you being guided to find this power? And why are you going through such challenging situation? Because with you, pile number 1, you are meant to be a great spiritual leader. You who show the way. Isn't this beautiful? I'm so inclined to read Rumi's poem with this card. I have to read it out to you, pile number 1. It is so beautiful. It says, the logical mind runs away from drowning. Lovers accept drowning in the sea as their destiny. The logical mind finds consolation in reaching a level of comfort in life, right? That's what we're looking for here. Lovers are focused beyond their own comfort. And so beyond that comfort zone that you may be initially naturally inclined to not get out of, you will find on the other side of the bridge exactly the safety, the protection, and the power you are looking for at this stage of your life. Pile number 1. In fact, with you who show the way, you're meant to be a spiritual leader. You're meant to go through this challenge in order to have a deeper understanding of what it means to be powerful, what it means to go through challenges, what it means to regulate your mind, so that you can help others with this information and help guide them, because you are going to be guiding a vast number of people into healing. You're going to be some sort of great leader, pile number 1, and you'll slowly but surely be helping others find their spiritual journey, find their power, find their strength. And so with having a huge responsibility like that, or a huge role like that, of being a genuine great big leader, you have to understand it yourself. And while it may seem unfair in the present moment of you thinking, why is this happening to me? Why do I have to face things like that? Why can't I just relax and have it the easy way? Why do I have it in such a hard way? Why can't I just get what I want? And this here, you are meant to go through. Because by you going through this tough situation, you learn the key lesson. You learn the jewel that not everyone gets to learn unless they've been through this experience. You know, experience costs sometimes, especially unique experience. Knowledge costs a lot. And sometimes in order to be able to grasp something so well at a deeper level than what you read about and even what the gurus talk about, you're meant to put it together in a very unique way that will be guiding others. And as you go through this, you find your own balance and you help other people find theirs. Pile number 1. You are meant to find power, great power, mind you, in order to help others find their way and find their inner power. And so here we see your spirit guides telling you you're meant to go through a path where you are helping those around you, and many of whom you're not even aware that you're helping. And so, yeah, you're going through this because this is your path. This is your gift, and you have to get in touch with your gift first in order to be able to give it to others. And so you're contributing in the growth of consciousness. Once you find that power in this tricky situation that you're going through now, with the 10 of Pentacles, this is an excess of an energy. You will find ultimate happiness because you will find that power that will balance out the other skills that you have. And through this balance, you will be able to lead others effectively. Pile number 1. Such an impressive reading, really. So with the tortoise here, take it slow, but remember, slow and steady wins the race. Be patient, go through the procedures that you need to go through, be bold, feel blessed, go through it, and you will find, pile number 1, that you will come out of the other side super victorious, super, with the 10 of Wands, super stressed, resulting in super happiness and super victory. Pile number 1, you will balance this energy, and you will forever have this power that no one can ever take away from you. So pile number 1, that was your reading from your spirit guides. Such a powerful pep talk. I mean, beautiful spirit guides, pile number 1, wishing you all the best of luck with this situation here. May you be blessed, may you be bold, and may you be happy eternally and lead others in this amazing direction. Look at this, pile number 1. You who show the way. Remember that, pile number 1. So pile number 1, that was your reading. It was such a pleasure and an honor doing it for you. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your bell so that you're notified when a video is uploaded. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 1. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But really, it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. This book truly holds true to this promise. And if you would like to check it out, there's a link to this ebook down in the description box. And there's also an audiobook now if you love audiobooks like me. Pile number 1, it was such a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. All the best of luck. I'm rooting for you. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this beautiful ocean Jasper moon as well as this really interesting card. And as I was preparing your piles, I just noticed what a synchronicity. Doesn't this Jasper, ocean Jasper, really look like it's part of the art in this card, right? With all the dots here, they fit so beautifully together. So there's already a lot of synchronicity in your reading, but first, let's take a look at your cards and see what your message is from your spirit guides on what you need to hear right now. Okay, so pile number 2, you have courage, which, oh my God, talking about synchronicity, look at that. The courage of your love and courage. Your message is obviously coming up with a very strong message, pile number 2. So yeah, we're already talking a lot about courage here. And you have desert passage. Trust there's a divine path. So we're seeing already this message of be courageous because there is a path. There is a divine plan, a divine path that you're meant to go towards. Interesting. Something is very clear. You may not see it, but something is very well planned and clear for you, for your destiny, pile number 2. As with everyone, of course, but you're stepping right into it. If you feel like times are chaotic, do know that it's very well organized and you're going through a specific plan and path meant for you. So you have the spider and the passion flower with creative ingenuity. Okay. Interesting that you get this card here. Starting to get the message, but let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the 5 of Swords. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. This is a Thoth deck. And you have the 9 of Wands with great strength. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Right next to your path. You have the 8 of Wands. Powerful 8 of Wands. You have the 8 of Boons, which is the 8 of Pentacles. And you have the 10 of Visions, which is the 10 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. Wow. Pretty powerful energy in your reading, pile number 2. Right. So here, pile number 2, your message is very clear, actually. Very clear. We see with the 8 of Wands here, the idea that the astral weather is now perfect for wildfires. And so here we see the potential, a potential becoming actualized. And that's very clear because if you take a look at this 8 of Wands, this potential that's becoming actualized is exactly the message here in your 10 of Pentacles. See the symbol here in your 8 of Wands. Let's take a look at your 10 of Pentacles. The symbol here, of course, in the 8th Sephiroth, going directly to the 9th Sephiroth, which is Yasod, yes, Yasod. And then from the 9th Sephiroth into the 10th Sephiroth, which is Malkuth, earthing this wish. With the 9th Sephiroth is sort of like a funnel that takes from the astral world and earths it into the Malkuth, manifesting the potential or what we want. This is exactly what we're seeing in your cards here. And so with the 8 of Pentacles, we're seeing your spirit guides telling you, have the courage to boldly go after what you want. Continue to build it with the spider here, passionately, in fact, with the passion flower. Continue to go after it because, pile number 2, you have a divine path. In fact, this figure here is holding a cane, and it goes hand in hand with Rumi's poem. When I read it for this card, it's beautiful. Let me get the poem. There are 4 lines. Gotta read it to you. Hold on a second. There we go. So the poem says, love is without reason. Rationality is like a cane. Judgment needs a cane because it's blind. When love arrives, thought dies in its shadows. Love is the sunrise, while thought is only a flashlight, a flashing light. So that is Rumi's poem. Very wise here because we kind of get the idea. Don't let your mind play games on you. They're just flashlights, fears of the moment. But really, you're being guided. Let your heart and your passion guide you, and you will find the way. Do you see your card here? Pile number 2. Open your heart. There. Open your heart, and you will find the path, and you will find the way that is only written for you. Pile number 2. Be guided by your passion. Trust there's a divine plan. You know, I started saying trust, and then I remembered that was actually the wording of the card. Trust there is a divine plan. With the 5 of Swords, things may seem worrisome. You may be feeling defeated here and there. You might feel the fluctuations or the ebbs and flows of building anything in the world. You might feel a little defeated in the idea that it's just not working. Maybe you're frustrated. But I see your spirit guides telling you, keep on going. And with the Queen of Pentacles, you are going to make it big. You're going to be very, maybe wealthy, independent. You're going to be able to be someone who makes their dreams come true. You will land, pile number 2, in places that you never thought you were going to land in. Land that is going to feel like a dream. Perhaps this is an actual land, an actual building or a house, an actual job, or it's just landing in a different life, almost like an astral travel, where a shift in reality, where you wouldn't imagine that you would be in it. It's almost like a dream. Won't even believe it if you pinch yourself. A different type of life that you will not believe. You will land in this life, pile number 2. And so your spirit guides' advice at the moment is to keep building, keep having great strength. You might feel maybe the burn of the great effort that you're doing, or you might feel that it takes a lot of effort and courage and power maybe to go through it. But believe me, pile number 2, your spirit guides are saying with the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, of course, and the 10 of Cups. 10 is an excess of an energy. You're going to feel absolutely happy, maybe absolutely wealthy. Not maybe. I mean, with the Queen of Pentacles here, yes. Absolutely wealthy, absolutely happy, and in a different reality because of what you are building at the moment. These are the Malkuth, the things that you will be experiencing on Earth as you go through this path. Pile number 2. And so, the Prince of Swords has qualities of the Queen of Swords, qualities like being a fast thinker, getting great ideas, a wonderful problem solver, being quick on your feet, but at the same time lacks the discipline. The Knight of Swords lacks the discipline of the Queen of Swords. So I would say, with that and the great strength, I see your spirit guides telling you continue to be disciplined, or put in the needed work rather. Do what needs to get done is exactly the message here with the Prince of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Continue to do what needs to get done. Continue to focus. Although it might feel tiresome at some time, at some point, it could feel tricky and disappointing, disappointing, where you could feel a little bit defeated one way or the other. Don't worry about that. Forget about what's happening in the Malkuth at the moment. Know and trust that there is a divine path, and follow your love, just like Rumi explains, and not your flashing thoughts, because love is like a sunrise. You'll be able to see everything. It will keep your life lit for a very long time, and not just for a few seconds of realizations that may not even be true. Pile number 2, you don't know what's coming in your future, but your cards are showing that your future is full of amazing manifestation. And with the spider and the passion fruit with creative ingenuity, it seems to me, pile number 2, that you're some genius in an area of your life. And so your spirit guides are telling you, use your passion, use your creativity that is explosive to continue to work on whatever you are building here. And you will find that you have built something just like a spider's web that catches wealth or catches the dreams that you want exactly while you're not even being there, you know. Pile number 2, you know what this was reminding me of? The spider building a web and leaving. You know how they sometimes say some people make money while they're sleeping? That is the sort of idea I'm getting here. You're building something that catches things even when you're not even there, my dear pile number 2. What a beautiful path. And this is I don't want to say a premonition, but yeah, this reading is some sort of a tunnel vision into your future, into how you're going to be living. That's what you're allowed to know at the moment. So continue to persevere, pile number 2. You will see a future that is amazing with the Makuth. Something that is more than what you envision. And it's going to take that amount of courage and pushing through, just like the waves through the rocks at the moment, for you to achieve that. Pile number 2. And speaking about the astral weather, we are, if you're watching this is a timeless reading, of course, but if you're watching it now, we are in the season of Leo, and you're really being supported by great energy at the moment to do something big. So don't waste your opportunity, or this specific astral energetic opportunity that is really helping you manifest things from the astral world into your physical world. You know, I know this is not the Wheel of Fortune, but in a flashlight I saw this as the Wheel of Fortune right there. So again, this idea of great fortune, great blessing coming from the path that you are taking now. So yes, focus on these great ideas, creative, ingenious ideas that you're working on. You're thinking of brilliant ideas, you're building it, but you need to start taking action and persevering through it until it is finished and done. You're crafting something amazing. Stick to that, pile number 2, and you will see that your path is more than magical. You will not even believe it. Pile number 2. You know, this is an intuitive interpretation here. You know how this is the first Sephiroth, Keter, the source, and there's an I, and I'm really feeling there's a special message here from the universe or from source to you. And it goes like, we're watching you. You're going to do something great. Continue on that path to light the way to yourself and others. And from that path, you will gain a lot of blessings and good fortune and luck. So pile number 2, all the best of luck in this amazing journey. It feels so surreal, and I hope you heed the call and go through this. It's not easy, this tough time, to persevere through it. I hope you do. You're building something amazing. I would love to get to know more about what you're doing down in the comment section. Inspiring stories like these touch my heart. I would love to get to know more if you would like to share. I always read the comments, even if sometimes I'm rushed and doing a reading and doing editing it and doing so many things. I'm not always able to respond but do know that I read it with every bit of my heart and I go, oh, thank you. I love listening to your stories, so I hope you do share it. Pile number 2, that is your story. I wish you all the best of luck and good luck with this amazing path. If you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell so that you're notified as soon as a video is uploaded. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 2. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But really, as I always say, it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. You will find that this book holds true to this promise, and if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook if you love audiobooks as much as I do. And pile number 2, it was a real honor doing this reading for you. Keep building, keep being amazing, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the blue Goldstone heart, as well as this really interesting card that is not only beautiful, it just takes your breath away, but it also says the right choice. I wonder what your reading is going to be about. We're taking a look, as you know, at what your spirit guides want you to hear right now. And to do that, we'll be starting with your oracle cards first. So you have security. I see. Let's keep it right there. And you have the cat and lavender with independence. All right. You have wise leader. You are a beacon for others. Really interesting with the light here and being a beacon for others. If you were drawn to, I think it was the second pile. Yes. First and third pile, then this is definitely, of course, here a confirmation for you of you being a great leader of some sort. It's your path to be a great leader. But let's take a look at the rest of your cards and see what your message is. Pile number 3. You have the Hierophant. In pile number 1, they had a leader and the Hierophant. And again, we're getting this message. You might want to check pile number 1 if you're called to it. The similarities here are really uncanny. You also have the 7 of Pentacles, eerie similarity, and you have the Ace of Swords, you have the 4 of Cups with blended pleasure, you have the 4 of Wands, okay. You have the 7 of Wands. The 6 of Pentacles. A lot of rabbits here with this specific 6 of Pentacles. And you have the Ace of Cups. And it's right under the Ace of Swords as well. So what do we see as your message here? Pile number 3. The right choice. You're beginning something with, of course, the 2 aces here. You're beginning something. And perhaps you're making a choice between 2 different beginnings. a choice that speaks to your mind and a choice that speaks to your heart. One of these choices, with the Four of Cups here, with the blended pleasure, will be really wonderful temporarily. You see the overflowing from the lotus into the first cups, but then it's not overflowing anymore. One of these choices feels great momentarily, but is not going to water you or is not going to overflow later on. But another choice may be slower and is not as quick when it comes to instant pleasure, but will create a lot of fortune later on. So I see here a choice between instant gratification or delayed gratification that will turn out to be of great fortune later on. And so your spirit guides are telling you, pile number 3, to make the right choice today. What you do will change the trajectory of everything. Your spirit guides are telling you, you are meant to be a spiritual leader. You are meant to be, in fact, a great spiritual leader. But it is all in your hands to choose which path you want to take. No one is going to make that choice for you. It is drawn and there for you to take, should you choose to step into that path. Pile number 2. It may take some time and it may not be what fills the heart instantaneously. It may feel like maybe you're doing things that you don't feel like doing. Maybe it's boring. Maybe it requires a lot of effort or maybe a lot of studying with the Hierophant. But at the end of the day, it's going to lead you to a great path where you're a beacon for others, as the card literally says. And you'll be celebrating with the Four of Wands this great success that you will be achieving. You have the mountain at the background of this card showing success where only a few others reach. Pile number 3. This path with the cat and the lavender is leading you to independence. Could this independence be financial, maybe independence? Independence from doing something that you don't necessarily like and doing what you should, you believe in, maybe? Something that will feel effortless later that you love, but will require some sort of work or study from you now. Pile number 3. Independence and security. This other path here, the one obviously that will flow later, not flow instantaneously, will lead to independence and security. So you will feel safe, perhaps, and independent. This may be hinting, of course, at finances, where you're independent doing the things that you love, independent to go, do, say whatever you want in the time that you want, because you've created that independence and security for yourself. Pile number 3. And so to reach that, you are supposed to have, you have the Seven of Wands speaking about perseverance. And notice it's in conjunction with the Hierophant. So you see 2 children studying here and being taught by their teacher or by an adept in the field. So there's still more for you to learn and to know, but very soon you will be the leader. And to do that, you have to push yourself a little bit during that phase where you don't feel like it, where there is no instant gratification, to get the knowledge and the experience that you will need to celebrate that great success. Remember, there are two beginnings that will change the trajectory of your life. One is taking you one path and the other is taking you into another. And notice how the Ace of Cups here paints a beautiful picture that is not real in reality. Look at that. There we go. Pile number 3. Do you see the swan looking at itself in the lake, wearing a crown, wearing a beautiful necklace? And so in the moment, this swan maybe is overestimating the pleasure that it's getting. Is she really, or is it really wearing a crown and a beautiful necklace? Or is it just the spur of the moment feelings that don't last and may cost you something that your heart is yearning for, some sort of passion in your heart, that is your heart is yearning for, that you're meant to have. And so the time is now to make a choice to follow the long-term heart and not the short-term one. And in order to follow the long-term heart, one must take a cerebral decision momentarily rather than an emotional one. Pile number 3. That second choice you're taking is not only going to repay you back for all of this effort, it's repaying you back with a lot of fortune, with all of these rabbits surrounding this person. So much fortune. But also with the Four of Wands here, it's a very interesting Four of Wands, because when I was reading about it, I read that the Four of Wands are intersecting each other, forming a scaffolding in order to create some sort of society, perhaps maybe a secret society. That might resonate for some of you. And so having this Four of Wands with this wise leader, we can see that you are leading a community here. That is for sure. And we see here that you are at an exact crossroad of whether you're going to take that path or not. I'm not sure why you need to take this choice now. Is it closing up later? Is it are you maybe supported energetically? Let's check out the urgency of your spirit guides here. Pile number 3. There is an urgency in your reading. It's like the time is now to make that choice. May we kindly... Oh, thanks. That was quick. So we're asking, why is it urgent? You have the Page of Wands with the Child of Spells. Do you see the rabbit here? Referring to these rabbits right there. And so I'm instantly being understanding with this Page of Wands that pages are the beginning of a new destiny or a new journey. So you start taking that path now, it will lead you to a lot of rabbits or a lot of fortune. It's not that you can't take this path later on. Of course you can. The urgency is that if you take it now, you're filled and surrounded with great luck that will lead you to the other amazing big rabbits. So this is why for you, pile number 3, the time is now in terms of your spirit guides. And that's why they're telling you this is what you need to hear right now. You're a great leader. You're meant for great things. Please start this path. Don't follow what your heart is lying to you about, because this instant gratification is going to deplete. It's not going to continue giving you anything, but rather take the path that may have a bit more resistance emotionally, that requires you to grow something, maybe learn something, or to gain experience with something as you grow. And that path will take you into being a leader, and you're going to be leading a certain society. And do know that you are at a crossroad at the moment. if you make the right choice for what is written for you, remember, what is written for you is still in your hands for you to do, if you so choose to. You'll be creating a lot of wealth, security, and independence in your life. Please don't follow the lies that your heart may be giving to you momentarily. And that's exactly the message that I see from your spirit guides at the moment. Pile number 3, I'm wishing you all the best of luck with all this abundance and this amazing reading for you. May you manifest everything that's written here in your reading for you very soon. I hope you heed the call, pile number 3. And that was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell so that you're notified when a video is uploaded. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 3. This book could really help you out in your journey. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But really, it can help you out with this idea of delaying gratification. It has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, this book truly holds true to this promise. And if you'd like to check it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box with all the information that you may need. And also there's an audiobook if you prefer that. I love audiobooks. And so pile number 3, that was your reading. Wishing you all the best of luck. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. I've been looking forward to your reading. Your card is so beautiful. The impossible made possible. What a card. Can't wait to dive into your reading. You have chosen the beautiful clear quartz squirrel. And let's take a look at your cards, starting with the oracle cards first, to find out what your spirit guides messages are on what you need to hear right now. So, wow, you have taking risks. Interesting card. You also have answering the call. The time is now. Isn't this interesting? So maybe you're being called to do something, to take a certain risk, a risk that might initially feel impossible to achieve, but we see here the message of the impossible made possible for you. In fact, this is the high plateau here. And in ancient civilizations, it's believed that this is where the gods resided. And so it's taking you to a unique place that only few people have reached before or are able to reach. Among those people who made the impossible possible. And so with answering the call, your heart is calling you to do something that may be a bit risky, and it seems you're being guided to actually pick up that call and to take that risk. Pile number 4. We'll find out, of course, more about this together as we take a look at the rest of your cards. So you have the bear and cedar with leadership. Interesting that you get that here as well. And so the bear always reminds me of hibernation. It's like you're meant for a certain spiritual journey, and now it's time for you to come out of this hibernation and to start that journey. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the Knight of Swords. Wow, do you see that? Fighting courageously for something. Even though you may, with the hibernation of the bear, you may be feeling a bit tired or a bit numb at the moment, but you're being called to get up anyways and to heed the call, to take a certain risk. Let's find out more information about it. So you have the Three of Cups. You have the King of Cups. You have Temperance. Alchemical process right there. All right, you have yes, the reference of the crown and the mountain. You have the Knight of Cups, a lot of cups in your reading. All right, let's keep it there. You have the Six of Pentacles. This wide world is the World card. And you're choosing between two things with the Two of Spells, which is the Two of Wands. Oh, looks like a very interesting and magical reading for sure. With the time is now, pile number 4, we see that the world is opening up to you its doors. Big and huge possibilities are being opened for you now to take. In fact, during the preparation process, that very card fell, and I told the people watching the preparation process that this Two of Wands in specific is reminding me, of that measuring tool that you use during pregnancy to see if you're pregnant or not. And so I'm not saying that you are pregnant if you're not looking forward to it, or if this is not something that resonates with you. All I'm saying is with the end, there's an end of one cycle in your world where you were hibernating, where the world may have been a bit closed, the doors were shut, and you're entering a new phase of your life where there's a whole different world in there. Opportunities are opening up its doors to you with doors wide open for you to enter through. And these opportunities are only available to you. They're not opening up for maybe anyone else, to them with the Three of Cups, to everyone else, to the masses. It is opening to specific people, like we saw here with the plateau. And it kind of explains here why this opportunity is in specifically opening up for you. Pile number 4. Do you see here with the King of Cups being represented by the peacock everywhere, on their chest, on their head, on their shoulders, even on their legs? And we see the idea that they are very unique. So very unique idea, opportunity coming to you, or maybe an idea, since I slipped and said that. A very unique opportunity is coming to you in specific. And we see here with the Knight of Cups that you're not really a person who's after pride and materialistic things. And this is perhaps exactly why you are the one suited for this opportunity. And the reason I say that is because you have the Knight of Cups here. And you see this specific Knight of Cups seems even older than the King of Cups. And you do see that this person is not really looking forward, like the rest of the knights, to going on a dangerous trip to get all the glory and pride that comes with that. But in fact, this Knight of Cups is more simpler. This Knight of Cups has satisfied himself so much so that is not looking to impress and become the others, the desire of others' hearts. Is not allured by what others are about to give him, no matter how attractive the offer may be, as long as it's not speaking to his or her heart. And we see you've reached a high level of maturity, pile number 4, and poise, where you're after only the things that speak to you, that call to you, that make you happy. You're not after impressing others and getting glory, as opposed to the party going on here with the 3 of Cups, the showing off and the glory and the pride. And you're not after that. And this is what makes you unique to that huge opportunity. In fact, it is so huge. It's really, it opens up my heart in awe watching this card, with the impossible made possible just for you, pile number 4. And we see that you've gone through a big alchemical process. You know, the purple here is the combination of blue and red. And that's what we see in the Temperance card here. You've balanced yourself with the yod of fire and water. You have reached a certain balance where you know what you want. You know what to truly follow, what matters and what doesn't matter. And with that, you've reached a certain level of stability. With the kings are always stable energies, balanced energies. So yeah, you've reached, I would say, spiritual maturity. And although you've been in hibernation mode for quite a long time, and perhaps even reached a certain level of acceptance, it seems, now doors at that point are opening up for you. You're coming out of this hibernation and you are becoming a certain leader of some sort. It's really interesting because 3 of the piles from different decks explicitly said leadership. Perhaps if you were drawn to another pile, I would invite you to check it out. There may be another message for you, because there was a common theme down to the word in a lot of today's piles. Different messages, but kind of the same energy overall. It's really interesting. And you're being called to that message now. And so, now we're taking a look at Pentacles with the 6 of Pentacles. Now let's come back to the 3D Earth. We see here with the 6 of Pentacles, platonic shapes. And so you're being invited at the moment, pile number 4, to study something. Calculate with all the math here. Calculate something precisely. Maybe make a feasibility study, or a financial study, a business study maybe. A certain plan, an accurate plan of what you would do if your heart was called to go and move towards something. It may seem impossible, but we see your spirit guides in specific pile number 4 with you, telling you you're carrying great potential. And so take that risk. Answer that call that is speaking to your heart. Because with this call, you're gaining a unique opportunity just for you that even has your name on it. And it seems like from the very beginning, not many people are able to get a grand opportunity like that. Even to you now, it may seem crazy, but the impossible, again, is made possible for you, pile number 4. So heed that call and know that your time is now, where you're almost going to get the whole world in your hands. You know, I heard she's got the whole world in her hands. It almost feels like that. You're birthing Gaia almost, pile number 4. And so even if you're feeling a bit tired, take action with the Knight of Swords. But the action you're being called to take at the moment is not one of wands where you start really taking passionate action. You're being called with the Knight of Swords to think about it cerebrally well. Even the Six of Pentacles here talks about calculation. So to embark on that journey with the Two of Wands, this is the first decan in Aries, to get straight to it, take action. That action requires you, that certain action is one of studying an amazing plan very well and very carefully. To think, now that you have amazing motives to why you want to achieve this great dream, yes, it may benefit you, but overall it speaks to your heart and you're the chosen one here, because with the phoenix wings you're helping maybe others rise. You can see a whole picture of it. You care about others as you care about yourself, and that's the most important thing here of why you are the chosen one. Pile number 4. And so your mission now, or your first step, is to make an accurate plan of how you are going to tackle this. And you will be surprised at how this arrow is going to shoot upwards, up high, in places that you wouldn't even imagine with the arrow and bow here. So yes, with the Temperance you can see this figure is already stepping on the bow, and it's time to pull the arrow by creating a plan, a dedicated plan, and let it launch. You will be surprised where this is going to take you. Pile number 4 is your exact message from your spirit guides and what they want you to hear right now. You open up this door and answer the call, and you will see amazing things that you wouldn't have imagined. Oh, I just noticed something, and if I remember correctly, that song, she's got the whole world in her hands. I remember the last line, she's got the whole wide world in her hands, or something like that. She's got the whole wide world in her hands, something like that. In fact, the next part of the song, she's got a tiny little baby in her hands. Isn't this it's really uncanny, or it's really mind-blowing, really, the synchronicity in your reading. Expect the whole wide world in your hand, pile number 4. Soon, expect the unexpected, and expect an amazing life. And the time is now. If you're wondering, oh, when is this coming soon? No. The time is now, pile number 4. Your whole life is about to change. So, pile number 4. This is really reading that gave me a lot of goosebumps. I'm wishing you all the best of luck in the world. You must be really special. Yes, to have a message like that. And you are represented as very special, pile number 4. Sending you so much love and so much wishes of good luck and huge blessings, and for you to have the whole wide world in your hands. And pile number 4, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 4. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But really, it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. I truly hope this book helps you out in your journey. It really holds true to this promise. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's an audiobook if you love audiobooks like me. And pile number 4, it was a true pleasure connecting with the energy of such beautiful people like you. Again, I'm wishing you all the best of luck from every bit of my heart to yours. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.